So you have the blending tank there on top, on left. The one on the right is a bit smaller, we don't use it that much. In this blending tank we blend the content of 10 barrels, small ones, 400 liters. Every barrel is 400 liters, and from these barrels I do get something like 380 liters. And this tank is exactly 3,800 liters. So we blend the content of 10 barrels on one day and we bottle it on the day after. We have the chance to have, since 2 years, a big bottling machine, which is big for me, with 12 heads. And with this machine we can bottle the whole tank in one day. So we do, all the time, we do 5,000 big bottles or 10,000 small ones. So by small ones I mean 37.5, and by big bottles I mean 75 centiliters. So we have a cork and a cage machine, and all the bottles are going in the cages like that, horizontally, and they stay between 4 to 9 months, depending on the product. They stay like that for re-fermentation and maturation. The Gueuze and the Quetch are staying 3-4 months, and we start to sell them in May. The Gueuze is staying 6 months horizontally, and in warm room, there is a warm room there that you will see, or in this room, which is where the temperature is not too cold. And the Pinot Noir, Pinot Gris is staying 9 months. It's a beer which needs time. Yeah. So I use these cages for having, so that it's more easy to reach every batch. Maybe you visited Cantillon. They use what they call caveau. A caveau is 2 walls where you build some walls of bottles, which is nice. It's a bit difficult to deal with if you have one batch or behind that you have to reach. So I have a chance that I have quite a big building, so that I can stack them easily. I'm gonna show you this room and explain what we do with the fruits. One single remark. So I do try to avoid as much as possible in my lambics the acetic acid. So I consider that if you taste in the lambic some vinegar taste, if it's burning your throat, then it's a fault. It's a mistake. I know that some American people, they like it the more sour the better, but it's a fault. It's a mistake. It has to be balanced. So and so I try to avoid that by different choices. For example, I control the temperature at 19 degrees maximum, so that I avoid the growth of acetic acid bacteria. We are topping the barrels as much as possible also, so that we avoid the oxygen. We are cleaning the barrels a lot with high pressure hot water system. Every barrel is going outside and is cleaned with high pressure hot water. And also we steam them, so that we try to kill as much as possible what is in the barrel. We let them dry for 1 or 2 days according to the temperature, and we burn sulfur inside so that there is no development of any bacteria. And when we fill them, we're going to rinse them with cold water and then fill them directly. So that's the third parameter that I try to control. And the other one, I don't know if you have seen some of the barrels, they have a pipe. I do let ferment through a pipe instead of letting ferment by overflowing on the side of the barrel, so that I keep the side of the barrel clean, and also that I keep the building clean also, so that I avoid the flies. If you avoid the flies, you avoid the acetic acid bacteria also a bit. And so by keeping the place clean, by having thoroughly clean barrels, by controlling temperature, by filling them correctly, regularly, you control a little bit, as much as you can, the acetic acid bacteria in your beer. Acetic acid bacteria in lambic is necessary, but you don't have to taste it. It is giving a lot of fruitiness. It's very important in the taste of the lambic, but it has to be not in the taste.
Do you ever use airlocks, or you just let it drip freely?
It's just pipes that are open freely. But yes, there is some elbow it's a bit. There is not that much coming in.
I
There
think
is
if
always
you wanted to try to minimize the pressure that was on the,
yeah.
yeah.
And I use these pipes when there is always CO2 production. The CO2 production is continuing for, I would say, 6-8 months for sure. So there is not that much risk when the lambic is young. Enfin, maybe it's too much, 6-8 months. It might be a bit less, but 3-4 months for sure. And I do keep the pipes for 1 month. So
Do you inoculate with Brettanomyces or lactose?
no, we are doing spontaneous fermentation.
Okay,
We
yeah,
don't
that's what I
inoculate
thought.
anything.
Okay. So you're not adding anything to it?
No,
Yeah.
we do lambic,
Okay.
not American lambic.
Yeah, that's right. That's the way we do it.
You need more room here.
See, we cheat.
No, we do
We're not
only,
in Belgium, though. That's the reason.
we do only spontaneous fermentation.
Yeah.
So I don't add any yeast. I do receive the water from the suppliers. It's inoculated already. And I try to minimize the impact of the barrels by cleaning them and by using steam
Yeah.
for keeping the terroir of each producer. I consider that the terroir of each producer is coming from the cool ship, and there is an inoculation in from the building of the brewery, from the surroundings, and that gives a specific taste.
So it's still actively fermenting when you get it?
When I get it, it's not yet fermenting. It's wort.
Oh, okay. But it hasn't started fermenting?
It hasn't started.
Okay.
I do get the wort the day after the cool
Oh,
ship.
okay. Yeah, you get quick then.
Okay.